Good day, everyone. I am Deb Judy, Superintendent of the Smyrna School District. Thank you all for joining us to celebrate this incredible milestone in the lives of our students, the class of 2025. Years of hard work, unforgettable experiences, lessons learned, love shared, and traditions honored have brought us to this moment. Today is not just another day, it is the day. The day you walk onto this field as students and soar off of it as Smyrna alumni. And every day, no matter where life takes you, you will always be a Smyrna Eagle. There are countless people who have helped lift you to this moment, and while I can't name all of them, I must thank a few. Our dedicated Smyrna School Board of Education, the committed administrative team seated here on the field, the many principals and assistant principals who guided you along the way, the teachers, the ones who challenged you, inspired you, and believed in your potential every step of the journey. The support staff, those who stood in the background, yet made sure everything ran smoothly. Your families, especially your parents and guardians who cheered, cried, and celebrated every milestone with you. And most importantly, you. You showed up, you rose to the occasion, you made it. As an educator, my greatest hope has always been to give my students two things, roots and wings. Roots to ground you in who you are and where you come from, to carry with you the values that make you unstoppable: respect, responsibility, perseverance, integrity, and compassion. These are more than words. They're the heartbeat of Smyrna. They've been poured into you by your families, your teachers, and this entire school community. Even when the road was tough, someone believed in you, and now you stand here stronger for it. And wings, to remind you that you were born to soar, to chase down your dreams with grit and grace, to take bold leaps, ask big questions, and show up in the world with courage and heart. As you cross the field, diploma in hand, take this with you. The legacy of a Smyrna Eagle is not just about where you've been, it's about the greatness you're about to step into. You will face challenges, you will be tested, but never forget, you have deep roots to keep you grounded and powerful wings to lift you higher. And no matter how far you fly, this community will always be your home base, cheering you on. Class of 2025, dream big, speak up, show up, love loud, fly high. And remember, it's always a great day to be an Eagle. Congratulations.
Smyrna High School, Class of 2025, I am extremely proud of you. You have each persevered through challenges to get to this moment, and for that, you should be proud of yourselves. A testament to your hard work is captured in the following facts. 6% of you have committed to serving our country in a branch of the military. 10% of you have committed to completing an apprenticeship or trade program. 19% of you have plans in place to begin your career, and 65% of you have committed to continuing your education in the college setting. Additionally, you have earned approximately $3,905,000 in scholarship money, and $80,000 of that is from our local community, and we thank them for their support. As you prepare to move on from high school and begin the next chapter of your life, I encourage you to hold true to two things: be kind and be honest. Sounds pretty simple, right? However, the reality is that most issues in our world can be connected back to someone lacking one or both of these attributes. You can make such a powerful impact on your community and your life with just these two simple ideas guiding all that you do. Being kind has many different ways of showing up in your life. It may be meeting a need for someone who can't do that on their own. It may be standing up for someone who can't stand up for themselves. It may be taking the time to talk with someone who just needs a listening ear. It can also be as simple as a smile, an expression of appreciation, or a recognition of what you value about another person. Being honest is easy sometimes and difficult others. It's easy when the honesty aligns with what people want to hear, but not so much when it doesn't. The reality, though, is that when people know that they can rely on you to be honest, they respect you even if they don't agree with you. When you are honest, others know that they can trust you and that you are fair, reliable, and dependable. We all have the ability to do these two simple things, to make kindness and honesty a priority in how we conduct our lives. In closing, I want to tell you that I feel blessed to have been able to be a part of your lives, and I wish you safety and happiness in all the days ahead. Thank you.
Hi everyone! To my wonderful class of 2025, where do I even begin? I have had the privilege of watching you all grow into beautiful graduates. I taught many of you in 7th grade and was lucky enough to teach you again in 10th grade. And since then, I've been one of your class advisors. We've built floats in a chilly, dusty barn, folded and fluffed thousands of tissue paper flowers with music blasting and snacks everywhere. We won with our Mario float, and we were the first class to put running water on a float covered with paper flowers. We've tackled powder puff games, homecoming and prom planning, battle of the classes, and our ducking great senior prank. We've laughed and stressed, celebrated, and grown together. You've come to me with your questions, your ideas, and your excitement. I have loved every minute of it. Watching you all walk across the stage is going to be a mix of pride, nostalgia, and the kind of bittersweet that only comes from knowing just how far you all have come. But here's what I want you to remember. Life after high school moves fast, and I'm not just saying that because everyone says it. They're really right. It flies. Whether you've had the time of your life here at the high school or you've been counting down the days to graduation, don't rush it. Stay present. Don't be in such a hurry to grow up that you miss the beauty of the season that you're in. We live in a world where everyone is trying to be the best, be perfect, and succeed. But those things, success, perfection, and being the best, they look different on everyone. So I challenge you to find those things for yourself. Don't chase someone else's version of success. Trust your gut, be you, and enjoy your own pace. Life isn't a race, and sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is pause, breathe, and take in the world around you. I truly can't wait to see who you all become. Whatever dreams you chase, I hope you chase them for you and not anyone else. Thank you for letting me be a small part of your story. It's been one of the greatest gifts of my career. I'll miss you more than you know, but I'll always be cheering you on.
To our incredible faculty and staff, devoted families and friends, and most importantly to the graduating class of 2025, thank you for allowing me the honor to speak to you on such a meaningful day. As your class advisor, I've had the privilege of watching you grow over these last 4 years through the triumphs, the challenges, and all the unforgettable moments in between. You've left your mark on this school in ways that can't be measured just by GPAs or transcripts. Who could forget our amazing homecoming floats that turned heads and set a new creative bar? And of course, as most of you know, my favorites will always be pep rallies and battle of the classes. I've loved cheering you on and how much teamwork, perseverance, and school spirit your class has shown. Each of these moments weren't just events, they were evidence of what makes this class so special. You showed up for each other. You pushed through hard times. You laughed when it would have been easier to complain. You built traditions, memories, and friendships that will last long after the caps are tossed and the last yearbook is signed. So before I step away, let me leave you with this. Keep showing up, not just when it's easy or fun, but when it matters most. Keep creating. Whether it's floats, ideas, businesses, art, or change, your imagination has power. And keep being kind. It may not be the loudest thing in the room, but it's always the most important. Wherever life takes you next, college, career, the military, travel, or the brave journey of figuring it all out, remember who you've become here. You are capable, you are resilient, and you are ready. Congratulations, class of 2025. We are proud beyond words. Thank you.
Hi, graduates. There are certain things you don't expect to see happen in life, especially after you start a new chapter. For me, it was 2022 when I came over to Smyrna High School as a slightly seasoned teacher. I spoke with Ms. Lohman and agreed to help with where I could with the construction of the float. I did not know I was going to be exposed to some of the finest young people I've ever had the pleasure of working with over the course of 30 years. You guys. The company that you keep is going to dictate a great deal about the direction of your life. Your involvement with so many of the students in this class has so many positive impacts on all of you, and you'll see those impacts as you move forward. You're going to see the impact of all of the resourcefulness that you show. You're going to see the impact of all the leadership that you took, and you're going to see the impact of when you put your nose down and did the job. You're going to see the impact of all the caring that you gave others and the caring that you received when you desperately needed it. You're going to remember those days when you were truly proud of yourself for something that you did, knowing how much it meant to other people. You're going to get that feeling again. many times, so strive for it. Your graduation, the life course change you're about to experience, whether it's to continue your education, go into the workforce, go to the military, or just refocus and decide your path. As you're choosing, be brutally honest about where you are right now, as many of you just are not sure what to do, and it's going to be fine. There are choices and challenges that are going to become the most daunting challenges you might have ever had to date, and I say to that something very simple. So what? Whatever these challenges are that you're about to face, so what? You're more than capable of handling every one of them, whether you go halfway around the world or deal with them right here in Smyrna. If you don't feel challenges are impressive as you might like them to be, so what? It's your path, your choice, your calling, your decision, and ultimately you're accountable for your life. So I want you to do this weird little thing. Have a little bit of confidence in yourself and say, so what? Do something bold when the opportunity presents itself. So what? Do something different and question whether the road in front of you doesn't seem to add up. Make the change so it makes sense for you. So what? But for the love of God, do something and make that something match your values. And when the rain of doubt comes upon your head, just remember those two little words. So what? The words I'm sharing, I've gotten to know, and I've gotten to know you. Many of you, and I think very well of you. I know you're going to be excellent members of society and any community that you choose to be a part of. This gives me unbridled confidence to say to you that I trust you when I feel it's time to say, so what? Enjoy yourselves. Go forward. Take care.
Good morning, Smyrna High School administrators, faculty, families, and graduates. My name is Lily Altenkirch, and I'm honored to speak to you today as the Valedictorian of the class of 2025. My fellow graduates, we've reached the finish line and the starting line. Today we reflect on the closing of a significant chapter, one that held years of lessons, memories, and growth. Yet we celebrate the beginning of another that is wide open with possibility. Standing here, I'm overwhelmed with immense pride and gratitude for our class. What an incredible milestone we've reached together. We finally arrived at this moment alongside familiar faces that have been a part of our journey for the last 13 years. From our first float falling apart on the highway to hiding rubber ducks in the ceiling tiles, I will forever cherish the memories we have been so lucky to share. Soon, though, we will scatter. Each of us will leave this school as alumni, carrying with us different dreams, plans, and aspirations. No matter the pursuit, we will be bound by the years we spent here together and the mark this place and this class has left on us. To the teachers and staff of Smyrna High School, I want to extend a special thank you. In 4 years, incredible connections have been fostered and role models created. The impact you have had upon us is immense, and it is what makes us proud to call ourselves Smyrna High School graduates. To our families, thank you for being our foundation. You were the steady hand behind the scenes, and this moment belongs to you too. To the class of 2025, thank you. Thank you for filling these years with meaning, laughter, and a sense of belonging. It's been a privilege to grow up with you and share this milestone by your side. May the road ahead be kind to you, and may you make the most of every step along the way. Now, Eagles, we must fly away from the nest toward the sky that's waiting. Congratulations, class of 2025. Here's to everything behind us and everything ahead. Thank you.
Good morning, families, guests, staff, and most importantly, graduates. My name is Kayla Shoup, and I am the class of 2025 Salutatorian. I want to extend a thank you to everyone, from my parents and family members to my friends and teachers, for their constant support and dedication these last 4 years. To see all of us sitting here today is a true testament to the perseverance and resilience that the class of 2025 has shown. For all of us, our paths to reaching this pivotal moment have been interlinked to some degree. Looking around, you might see your teammate from your Little League team, or even your first friend from the very first day of kindergarten. Other students, myself included, may have only merged onto this path starting in high school, but the long nights at float, screaming and cheering loudly at every pep rally, and cramming together before exams have allowed us to find our fit. But after today, our paths will begin to diverge. This may look like going to college, committing to serve in the military, entering the workforce, or maybe needing a gap year to figure things out. No matter what your next steps are, I want to encourage all of my fellow graduates to stay open to every opportunity along the way. Let's face it, the real world is scary. As much as we complain, school gave us structure, routine, and something familiar to fall back on in times of uncertainty. I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason, which may sound cliche to some, but I've found to be true. My parents always remind me that even the most unexpected opportunities could be life-changing, and these opportunities can move us down a path greater than expected. So as we celebrate our accomplishments today and leave high school in the rearview, let's carry this mindset forward. Take every chance, even if it seems too risky. Say yes, even if you feel unsure. I truly wish everyone success and happiness wherever their next journey takes them. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2025.
Good morning, staff, faculty, loved ones, and most importantly, graduates. Thank you for attending the class of 2025 commencement ceremony. To my fellow graduates, it seems like only yesterday we were navigating through a world of uncertainty. Mass space, empty desks between us, and a school week split in half. Yet those challenges only brought us closer and made this moment even more meaningful. The headaches, heartaches, and emotional stress we endured might have felt like a setback, but were the motivation that allowed us to make it to this point. On this special day, with every step on the turf, we shake hands with the very people who watch us grow in the hallways, classrooms, and beyond. Some of us might be silently praying we don't drop the diploma or ugly cry in front of everyone, and honestly, that's fair, because this moment is big. It's the end of morning announcements, group projects where one person did all the work, you know who you are, and hallway traffic jams that somehow always happen 5 minutes before the bell rang. There were moments we weren't sure if we were learning or just collecting Google Classroom assignments like those ducks around the school. Despite everything life threw at us, we always managed to stick together. But more importantly, we laughed, we panicked, we hit submit at 11:59, and we made it. It's now the beginning of something we can't quite define yet. Adulthood is knocking, and it probably has paperwork. But childhood, it's still here, cheering us on, wearing a backpack that's way too small, and shouting, "You got this," as we figure out what's next. We're growing up, but we don't have to forget where we started. I would like to share some quotes from our childhood friends. "Take chances, make mistakes, get messy," Miss Frizzle. "Just keep swimming," Dory. "Keep practicing, you can do anything," Elmo. "You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think," Winnie the Pooh. Class of 2025, we did it. We made this moment happen. Through the blood, the sweat, the tears, and the late nights where we wanted to give up, we kept going. And that's what makes this moment so powerful. This is not just the end of high school. This is the beginning of a new chapter. In the great words of Mr. Rogers, often when you think you're at the end of something, you're at the beginning of something else. I have no doubt that each of us will write it with courage, kindness, and heart. Now before I end, I want to take a moment to honor someone who should be here with us today. A heavenly congratulations to Dylan Smith. Our thoughts and hearts are with the Smith family. Dylan's spirit will always be a part of the class of 2025. He is remembered with love, admiration, and deep respect. Congratulations, graduates.
Wow, it's crazy to think we were just kindergarten starting something new, but here we are closing that chapter. Hi, I am Thamar Cassie Sonatas, and I am the class of 2025 Vice President. Today is a milestone that we all thought was years away, something our teachers always prepped us for, but let's be honest, for a long time it was a thought that would go in one ear, out the other. After 12 years of early mornings, missing the bus, dumb high school drama, hallway laughs, and unforgettable memories, we have officially made it to the finish line. We all have proven that we are way more capable than we ever believed we could be. To our teachers, counselors, and staff, thank you for every late grade input, every lesson, every hallway prep talk, and every time you believed in us when we did not ourselves. You guys helped shape us to be at this point of our lives. To the families in the stands, thank you for pushing us even when we push back. The encouragement, the support, and motivations are the reason why most of us are where we are today. And a big shout out to the class of 2025. Look at us. We did it. We made it. We survived high school together. We even survived Zoom class. Thank you, COVID. Through it all, we all showed up not just for school, but for each other. We turned strangers into best friends, our classroom into memories, and I'm proud to be part of this class, something I won't ever take for granted. We will always be connected by what we built here at Smyrna High School. Together, we are the class of 2025. As we look forward to the next step of our lives, one thing I would like to say is this. We have the power to continuously grow for the better in ways that are even more amazing than who we are now and who we were before. We will never be those kids again, as Frank Ocean stated in his lyrics, but there is celebration in that sentence, knowing there are possibilities of becoming the remarkable young adults that we were meant to be. Let's just take one last moment to just breathe this in, our final moments as high schoolers. As Frank Ocean once stated, we will never be those kids again. We will never be those nervous freshmen. We will never be the overconfident sophomores. We will never be the overworked juniors. And we will never be the seniors learning how to let go of a place that once shaped us. We will always be the class of 2025. Thank you.
Hello, my fellow graduates, family members, friends, and school staff. Finally, after 13 long years, our time here at Smyrna has officially come to an end. This is a bittersweet moment as we have been through it all together. Countless tests, tears, cheers, laughter, and so much more. But this ending is just the beginning. Our lives are just beginning and the future holds so much in store for us. Graduating kindergarten felt like yesterday, and now we are all standing here ready to receive our diplomas and graduate for real this time. We are here today with so many emotions and thoughts in our minds, like, is this really happening? Joy, uncertainty, excitement, and best of all, pride. Pride in ourselves that we have made it this far in life, that we made it through high school. Congrats, class of 2025, we made it. Whether you are heading to college, workforce, the military, or still undecided, it's your journey. Take with you all that you have learned and all that you want to become and create the path of your future. Follow your dreams, make the most of everything you do, and stay true to yourself. There's just no telling how far you'll go. The best advice I received is from my 3rd grade self. Do your best, never give up, and play to win. Just remember to be thankful for what you have in life. Life is unexpected, and whatever you have or will experience, remember that no times are too challenging to get through. You may feel like it's too difficult or that you're alone, but you're never alone. Even at your worst times, someone will be there. Everything will be okay in the end, and if it's not okay, it's not the end. And just remember, no good story happens from the things going right. The greatest gifts in life are not in the plans, they're in the detours. I'm proud of you yesterday, today, tomorrow, and every single day. Congrats. Class of 2025, we made it. We are graduating.
Hello, fellow graduates, esteemed faculty, proud families, and honored guests. Thank you for joining us as the class of 2025 officially steps into the next chapter of our lives. For us graduates, we now stand at the door of a new beginning, excited for what is to come and proud of everything we have accomplished. I just want to say, whether we are close friends or just familiar faces in the hallway, I am so proud of every single one of us. As we reflect on the journey that has brought us here, let us not only celebrate our achievements, but also embrace the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. Regardless of what path we each decide to take, I know we all will do our absolute best and achieve our goals no matter how big they may seem. My most important piece of advice to you would be to work hard for you, not for others. When striving to reach your goals, whether that's step 1 or step 201, never let others discourage you on the way. Never let the supposed opinions of others act as obstacles blocking your path. As once said by Steve Jobs, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living in the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. Basically, just make sure to live life for the sake of yourselves, not for the sake of others. We spend so much time caring about what other people think of us that begins to pollute our way of thinking, and we start to take action in our lives solely for acceptance rather than for our own personal accomplishment. So, as we blossom into the next stage of our lives, think about doing your absolute best for you and your goals instead of someone else's goals that are very different from your own. For every action we take, starting today for the rest of our lives, just know that it's okay to make mistakes. In fact, where we are in life right now is the best time to make mistakes. Change your major 100 times over. Try a food you hate only to discover you still hate it. Change your style, change it back. Take up a hobby you think you'll hate only to find out that you love it.
As we go on to college or the workforce or just graduating high school, now is the perfect time to discover who you are, what you like, what you don't like, what you love, and slowly but surely, who you want to be. As we continue to write our story, know that each and every one of us have people to lean back on, whether that be friends, family, teachers, and more. You have someone there to support you, always. Even if, for some reason, you think you don't, you do. I know jumping into this freshly new part of our lives and leaving behind all that is familiar may seem absolutely terrifying, but I recommend that we take full advantage of these new opportunities that lie ahead and leap in both feet first. The future is waiting. None of us, I mean none of us, have any idea what we're capable of. None of us can know exactly how these next 4 years or further will go. What we can control is the now, what we do to prepare for the next big thing, and what we leave as we graduate from Smyrna High. Thank you to all those who have held our hands from when we couldn't stand on our own 2 feet to now. And thank you for letting us go and guiding us as we leave the nest. And of course, thank you to the class of 2025, and I wish you all the best of luck on our future endeavors.
Good morning, everyone. Families, friends, faculty, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. It's an incredible honor to stand here today, not just as a member of this amazing class, but as your treasurer, a role that taught me more than I ever expected. Beyond the numbers and the planning that came with the role, what made this year unforgettable were the moments we shared. The late nights finishing float, cheering each other on in powder puff and pep rallies, decorating for spirit weeks, and lifting each other up during the hard times. We weren't just a class, we were and are a community. As we turn the page and head into the next chapter, I hope we carry the lessons we've learned here with us. How to be responsible, how to work together, how to lead, and how to care. To my classmates, thank you for trusting me with this role. To our teachers and our staff, thank you for guiding us even when we were running on caffeine and ambition. And to our families, thank you for always showing up, supporting us, and believing in us. We are the class of 2025, and we are just getting started.
Good morning, families, friends, staff, and of course, class of 2025 graduates. Today is the long-anticipated day that marks one of our greatest achievements yet, graduating high school. Each of us have gone through the good, the bad, and the in-between through our journey to this finish line. Our class has had to go through plenty of imperfect events through the past few years. In fact, my luck of imperfection started from the moment I stepped foot on Smyrna soil. When I first came to the Smyrna School District, I was going into 3rd grade. After moving from Alabama to Delaware, back to Alabama, and then back to Delaware, I was worried about starting school in a new district full of students who had already formed their perfect friend groups and routines. However, the first time I walked into Smyrna Elementary School, it was visually far from perfect. Over half the school was under construction, there were piles of scraps in the parking lot, tarps over the hallways, and no ceilings. Even so, I visited my prospective 3rd grade teacher, Miss Brown, and slowly I was redirected from the imperfections to the reconstruction of opportunities the community had for me. Over the past few years in this district, I have now found the sense of pride Smyrna holds true to, and have been able to reconstruct my envisionment of what I see as perfect. In these past few years, we have shared the same hallways, teachers, favorite school lunches, which is the grilled cheese and tomato soup, and so much more. Although we have had slightly different high school experiences, we have been able to lean on each other even when we don't realize we are. The memories we have made in this school will mark some of the most important moments of our young adult lives. Whether you have made some of your most meaningful friendships or learned your most valuable lessons, these memories will live with us forever and have shaped us into who we are today. Even the little anticipations of exams or nights before tryouts were the stresses that defined us for what felt like forever. All of these things are now part of the big puzzle that makes up our lives within these 4 walls. It seems just like yesterday I was that little 3rd grader walking into the half-constructed elementary school. Now I, along with all of you, have become fully constructed and ready for our next chapters. Becoming a senior has shown me how important it is to cherish every moment. What makes us all of these aspects so special is how soon they vanish. Whether you were in band taking in your last performance, or playing your last sports game, or simply cheering on your last game in the student section, these souvenirs of high school are so easily overlooked until it is truly your last. On the contrary, today is not a last, but instead a first. Today is our first day as high school graduates, our first day flying away from the eagle's nest and onto whatever steps are waiting for us. If you take one thing from this speech, let it be to soak up every single moment. As we all go our separate ways, we will all have different goals, challenges, and achievements. Whether the next years of your life go how you expect them to or not, embrace each moment rather than regretting the choices you have made to get there. Form those memories of which you will tell your children and grandchildren about. It is hard to say goodbye to these few years. However, the relationships we have formed and the blocks that have built us will stay permanent. Look back onto your past lives and commend yourself for how far you've come and for the achievements you have made in the areas you care about most. To those who have made these accomplishments possible for all of us, thank you. Thank you to your teachers, admin, coaches, and family for continuously uplifting us and always having our best interests in mind. And to my fellow graduates, thank you for staying by my side and welcoming me in to what I now call my perfect community. It has been an honor to be a part of this class and to call myself an Eagle. Congratulations, class of 2025.